Hello, and welcome to this webinar on financial assistance for septic systems and private wells. I'm Andy Lazur. I'm a water quality specialist with the University of Maryland Extension. So I'd like to share with you briefly some of the opportunities that are available for financing both wells or septic systems. And some of these are grant programs, but others, particularly the USDA programs, are a combination of a loan or grant program. So the loans are typically for low-income households as well as the grants. And so you have to meet certain requirements. But we'll go through each of these different types of programs. I will note that I'm focusing on a Maryland financial assistance program. But if you're from another state, you can certainly check with your state and maybe even your local county health department, as they may have some information as to what financial assistance may be available for either a well or a septic system. So in Maryland, we have what's called the Bay Restoration Fund. And this Bay Restoration Fund is funded by a $5 fee that people pay. And then that program, those funds are distributed through the state to counties, and that the funding that counties receive is based on the number of septic systems and the acreage of critical areas, which is land within 1,000 feet of tidal waters. And approximately $16 million a year are allocated for the BAT program. BAT stands for Best Available Technology, or Advanced Treatment Unit. And those units, as I'll describe in a minute, are very effective in treating wastewater, reduce nutrients as well as organics, etc. So the local counties manage this fund. So therefore, if you're interested in this program, you would have to contact your local health department. And then their grants are awarded on a fiscal year, July to June. And the funding is for 11 approved units in Maryland. So the BAT basically replaces the septic tank portion of the system. In some cases, they will also fund replacement or repair of a drain field for low-income individuals. So you can check the MDE website, Maryland Department of Environment website, for current list of approved vendors and other information about the Bay Restoration Fund. And I have the URLs for their various links on the end of this webinar. So this particular fund is targeted to give priority to failing systems within the critical areas. So that would be given a ranking of 1 in the counties as they get applications. Second priority is failing systems outside the critical areas, and then it goes down to non-conforming units in and out of the critical areas, as well as other things, including new construction. So again, it's based on a prioritization, and the idea is to try to get BATs, which greatly reduce nutrients, in that 1,000 feet of tidal waters or the critical areas. It's a very generous program, and over the years, it's become even more generous in the fact that if the household income is under $300,000 a year, the grant program will pay 100% of the BAT unit, its installation, and 2 years of service contract. And you can see here, if your income is over that, they'll pay half. They can cover 100% for nonprofit entities, 75% for small businesses, and 50% for for-profit businesses. So what's a BAT? Well, BAT is essentially a miniature wastewater treatment plant. And it replaces the septic tank portion of a system, and it is multiple chambers, and it provides aeration or oxygen to the beneficial bacteria in the system, which greatly enhances the breakdown of nutrients and organics. And what you can see here, bottom here, is what that effluent looks like after it goes through a BAT unit. It is clear and odorless, in contrast with septic tank effluent, which would be either a dark grayish black or black, and definitely would have odor, because again, there's a lot more nutrients and organic in there than is BAT effluent. So this chart just shows the efficiency of the units, the ranges from 55 to 77% nitrogen reduction. Okay, and that's very good. In contrast, a septic tank probably reduces somewhere around 6% of the nitrogen. So these BAT units or advanced treatment units are very effective. They can really go a long way in reducing pollution to surface waters. As of 2023, there was just under 18,000 BAT units that were provided through the grant program. Other homes have purchased BATs on their own. And you can see here how the numbers of installations. Anne Arundel County, which has the largest number of systems in critical areas, is leading that effort. There's also another program within Maryland. It's called the Maryland Homeowner Assistance Fund, and it provides, again, grants to certain individuals, certain homes, and they can make repairs to their well or the septic system. So the information is there, and so that is something to take advantage of. And again, if you're from another state, other states may have programs similar to this. So it's worth contacting your state environmental agency, your local county health department, and they can probably assist you with programs that are available in your area. Then we have a regional effort, what's called the Southeast Rural Community Assistance Project, or SURCAP. It's based out of Virginia, but they provide service to multiple states within that region. And again, they provide loans and grants for wells and septic systems. So it's a great program, and you can take advantage of that. You can see the loans are up to $15,000, and it's a low interest 1% loan. So again, it could be a good option for you to consider. And it's an online application. And you can see the states here that they serve: Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. I will note that there are other RCAP regions. So this just happens to be the region that Maryland and several neighboring states are located in. Then there's another program put out by the USDA Rural Development Office, and it's single-family housing repair loans and grants in both Delaware and Maryland. And here's some information: what the program does, how the funds can be used. The maximum loan is $40,000. The maximum grant is $10,000. So the loans are 20-year term, and the interest rate is at 1%. And again, you can go to the Rural Development Office to apply for that. So another great program by the federal government through USDA. Then they also have another program that's water and waste disposal loan and grant program. And again, this is for rural areas. They tend to be low interest loans, similar type of program to the one earlier, but again, another option to consider. So with that, those are the major programs that are available both nationally and in Maryland. And again, other states may have programs, and even counties may have programs as well. So look into that, and then these resources are a wealth of information, and hope you take advantage of these. Thank you.